It's been busy around here the last couple of days. Well, busier than usual, I guess I should say. Tommy brought home this 92 Chevy pickup, and he's been busy cleaning and polishing on it ever since it got home. Billy and Kenny have been working in the shop non-stop. They had to put a U-joint in Billy's shit wagon Silverado pickup truck before the drive shaft fell out. And Tommy pulled all the headlights and turn signals out of their Chevy pickup to polish them. Well, at least he thought he was going to. I told him just to put new ones in it, but he has to figure things out on his own. While the kids are working on that, I've been working on the RC track out back, and Allison has been non-stop shipping orders. And on top of all that, we still had maintenance to do on the S10. But once we got it all done, it was time to get back on the Malibu. The headers came in and they're not even painted, so we clear coated those. And then Kenny and Billy started pulling the engine out of it tonight. I've done quite a bit of work this week on the RC track out back, but one thing I don't have yet is a tank sprayer, and I desperately need one. I banked the rest of the sweep turn and the back straight tonight, and I took my truck out back to test it out while the kids were busy working on the Malibu. What are you doing there, Squirrely Locks?
Oh my gosh. You can't sneak up on me.
Well, I did. You're making all that racket with that sweeper.
I'm getting cobwebs and cleaning up clutter. Don't worry, you're not having Marzetti. Because you don't like Marzetti. Because you're weird.
I hate it.
You've never even tried it.
It's Nazi pizza. All right, welcome back, everybody. Back out here in the shop. Everybody's going to bed. So it's just me out here now. And I got a lot I wanted to talk about tonight. I got a whole list here. I got stuff written down. First, this weekend, Pacemakers Dragway Park in Mount Vernon, Ohio is where we will be. And Matt Rice is hosting the Shitbox Supply race this weekend at Pacemakers. That's a Friday and Saturday deal. Might be Sunday. I don't even know. I have to ask Matt. I'm not sure. But I know we're going to be there probably Friday and Saturday in Mount Vernon, Ohio. So Matt, oh my goodness, poor Matt. Matt's cousin Eddie motorhome let him down. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. So Matt was on his way here a day ago, 2 days ago. I don't know. Let's see. What is today? Wednesday. So he was on his way here yesterday, and he got 45 minutes from his house and heard a noise coming from the back of the motorhome. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. He pulled over and pulled the drain plug out of the rear axle to check the rear end lube because he saw that it was leaking a little bit. And what he found was not good at all. A lot of stress and anxiety because Matt has been trying to rent another motorhome. They're sold out. He can't rent another pickup truck. There's nobody that's got a pickup truck left to rent. Like, everything's wiped out. And the only thing he was going to be able to do was go buy a truck to tow his Nova here because the motorhome's the only thing he's got. And luckily, he got a hold of Tom Binkley, a close friend of ours and Matt's. that lives near Matt, and Tom gave him some information that he should really try and pull the rear end cover first before he gets too excited, because Tom felt there was a chance that it was just a bearing problem. So this morning, I think it was this morning, anyway, Matt pulls the rear end cover. Sure enough, the ring and pinion is okay. Though it had one carrier bearing that had expired and was causing it to make noise, and the carrier bearing is what put all the debris on the magnetic drain plug. So Matt pulled the center section out, and luckily all the shims stayed in the rear axle housing. So all he has to do is just put the bearings on the carrier and slide it right back in, torque the caps down, put gear oil in it, and he's going to load up and head here tomorrow afternoon. So Matt's still on his way. He's just having a little run of bad luck. The Nova, the Fool's Gold Nova, is what he's bringing with him this time. And he has procured 496 cubic inches of big block Chevrolet. And it is coming back here with him so we can help him finish putting the engine in the car, finish getting the converter ready to go in the car, get the headers on. The headers are at Jegs. We got to go see Uncle Terry. He's got to, well, Uncle Terry's on vacation this week, so he's not going to be there. But Uncle Terry ordered his headers in at Jegs, and they're there. They've been there for a week or so. So we're going to help Matt finish putting the big block in the Nova, and then we're going to help him tune it, and we're going to help him put the nitrous kit on it, and hopefully, I can't see it getting done by this weekend. I really can't. But never say never. You know, it's Billy and Matt, you know, and Kenny's going to be here helping, thank God, and I'll be here, so you never know, but I doubt it. Let's see. In other news, the Falcon. It's at Lucor Automotive, and I got word tonight that it is almost finished. All they have to do in the morning is put gear oil in it, and I think they wanted to drive it up the road to heat cycle it. And anyway, the Falcon should be done tomorrow. So we'll be able to go get the Falcon and bring it back here. So that means Tommy and Billy will be racing at Pacemakers this weekend. So that's a good thing. Billy's got his S10 ready to go. We got the oil changed in it. It's set. I mean, it was flying last weekend at Pacemakers. Unfortunately, we had that incident with the radiator, and we couldn't run that final. But the truck was making some really good passes last weekend for the conditions. Very, very good passes. I don't know that we could have beat that Nova in the final, but we'll never know now. It may come down to that again this weekend. In all honesty, I think that our best shot at Perry is to get him off the trailer or on an early round, because once he's got a few rounds under him and the track comes around, that big block twin turbo Nova is hard to deal with. It's just really hard to deal with. So again, the S10 and the Falcon will be at Pacemakers this weekend for Matt's race. Let's see. In other news, the Malibu. The engine is done and the V6 is out. Finally. We took advantage of the day today, since Matt's not here to work on his Nova. We didn't want to waste a day, so we went ahead and pulled the Malibu in, and Billy and Kenny and me and Tommy helped him get the engine out of it, and the disgusting oily mess of a V6 is sitting on the shop floor out here, and it has puked. Oh my God, it's puked everything. My shop floor is a disaster, but the engine's out, and the new small block is ready to go in. Since the C10 project has kind of come to a screeching halt, I decided that since we want to keep the air conditioning on the Malibu, that I would relinquish my serpentine setup along with the Edelbrock water pump and the underdrive pulleys and put them on the Malibu. The engine for the Malibu consists of a 30 over 350 block, 4-bolt main with a steel crank, decent set of rods and rod bolts, and a set of AFR 195 heads, 64cc chamber with an Edelbrock Super Victor intake and a 750 Brawler carburetor. Now, the camshaft is actually a comp hydraulic roller. I'm sitting here editing this video and I hear something scratching around behind me. I didn't put her up there. What are you doing, honey? You want to be on the video too? All right. So I've got the cam card here. Let's get it out of this bag. It's a comp hydraulic roller. The part number is 532083-21. It is a 584, 579 lift, 292, 300 advertised duration, 242, 248 at 50, with a lobe separation of 113 degrees. Pretty rowdy little camshaft for a street car, in my opinion. But, you know, I just called in to Jegs, and in this day and age, you kind of have to take what you can get. Beggars can't be choosers right now. So what I did was, first, I asked Uncle Terry if they had any cylinder heads that would work for our combination. I said 195, 215 cc runner, and we want to set it up for a hydraulic roller. So Terry went through the Jegs database and found that they did have, in fact, one set of Airflow Research 195 cc runner, 64 cc chamber set up for a hydraulic roller. So I then asked him, good, now find me a camshaft, something that pulls 62 to 6400 RPM. And this is the camshaft that Terry came up with. It's probably going to be pretty rowdy for that car, but it's whatever, you know, it's fine. I think it's going to be okay. I'll tune it. I'll get it to run decent on the street, but it's actually a little bit bigger than the camshaft in the 55. And I know some of you are going to ask what cam's in the 55. And I've already shared that once. I don't even know where the cam card is. So if you go back through my videos, I think it's under tech or something. I can't remember. But the camshaft out of the 55, I've already shared it on a video. So you guys, if you're interested in that, go digging. I'm not going to dig for it tonight. But so it's a pretty rowdy little camshaft. Should sound really good. Should run decent, you know. And we'll show everything that I do to tune this thing. For the time being, we're just going to put it together with an HEI distributor, basically a turnkey ignition system in one deal. Just an HEI, just to get it running. And eventually, I'm certain that what we will do is put an MSD distributor in it with probably an ignition box. I actually have an MSD gold box over there. I think it's a 7531. I'm not sure. I have to look. But someone sent us one a long time ago to put in Tommy's truck, and something happened and it locked itself out. And the only way to unlock it, I think, if I remember right, is to turn the power on to it and leave it on for 24 hours. And of course, when it did this, I didn't have 24 hours to let that thing sit there and unlock. So we just took it out, went to Jegs, went and bought another one, and the old box has been out here in storage ever since. So I'll probably get that thing down, put power to it, and get it unlocked. I'll have to research how to do that all over again. But that's most likely what we're going to do with the Malibu. Future plans will be to turbo it, because we have a pair of 66 millimeter Borg Warner turbos, the old S366s off Billy's truck. Those turbos were on Billy's truck, I don't know how many years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago. And the second pass we ever made on those little turbos on E85, on a radial on prep, the truck went 513 at 138 miles an hour like 4 years ago without even trying. That was just, well, we did try. We had to tie the front end down because it tried to flip over backwards on the first lick. But they run really good, more than enough power for what we're going to do with this Malibu. And I do have in my possession one used CSU 750 low through gas carburetor. So there's a real good chance that sometime in the future that little Malibu is going to get twins put on it. But for right now, we're just going to make it a nice daily driver street cruiser with air conditioning, with a little bit rowdy camshaft in it. I do have a converter here for it. It's a perfect converter from 501 Performance. They actually built this converter for Tommy's truck when it was nitrous. And the one I'm going to put in the Malibu is a little bit on the loose side, or at least it was behind that 415 that we had in Tommy's truck. But it'll have a turbo 350, turbo 400 spline, 9.5 inch nitrous converter in it. Should be fine for what we're going to do with the 3-speed. It'll be okay for now. If we get serious with it later on, that's later on, but I doubt it. I don't think Billy will ever put a cage in that car. I don't think we're ever going to make it a race car. It's just going to be strictly a daily driver street car. Daily driver. Okay, let's see. What else have I got here? Engine specs, we went through that. Oh, so I've had a lot of people messaging about the Built to the Max small block. So, that's a good question. The answer is it's up at Bob McVeigh's. It's up at the machine shop. Bob is actually on vacation this week. But long story short, Bob got really sick for about 2 months. I don't know if it was COVID. I don't know. But I know he was just deathly sick for about 2, almost 3 months. And during that time, he really got overrun up there at the shop and just had so much going on. He hasn't had time to work on it. And I told Bob it's not a pressing issue because I'm in no hurry for my Nova to be running. Stupid flies. If this thing's ready, I swear to God. That it's still up here. I don't think Bob's touched it yet. There's more important things I need Bob to work on, like the really good short block for Billy's S10. We really want to get that put back together because we've been being pretty mean to that 421. The 421 that's in Billy's truck right now is actually Tommy's engine, which most of you already know that, but it was not intended to be something we try to go fours with. Okay. That wasn't the plan. You know, that's not the plan. That little motor has only got a Ohio crank and a set of Ohio rods. It's not the short block that we want to try and go 490s, 480s, whatever. It's not that. It's not all that. We're trying not to do that, but we're getting pretty hateful with it. And hopefully it lasts. Hopefully it'll hang in there until we get Billy's new engine done. So the Built to the Max small block, we still have it. It may end up in that Malibu, to be honest with you. I don't know. We'll see at some point. But for right now, the little 355 we're getting ready to put in that. God, all these freaking fly. Hang on. As soon as I grab that gun, June stepped down. Oh. As soon as I grab that gun, the fly goes away and June jumps out of the chair. She's underneath the desk hiding. She don't like guns. Especially don't like that assault gun. But anyway, where was I? I don't know. I'm rambling. Probably time to get off here, get this video finished, get it uploaded, and get to bed. So, thank you all for the prayers. I've been reading all the messages. Vicky's been reading all the messages that praying for our family. We greatly appreciate that. Everybody's going to be fine. Everybody's doing good. Actually, things are starting to get a lot better. and thank the Lord for that. But thank you all for your thoughts and your prayers and the comments and liking and sharing the videos and all that. We really, really appreciate it, guys. All right, I got to get to bed. I got to get this video uploaded, and I got to get to bed. I will see y'all tomorrow, and I think tomorrow morning we're headed to Lucor to get that falcon. June Pup, you want to come say goodbye to everybody? Come on. Come up here. Come say goodbye to everybody. Go up here, say goodbye. Hop up here. Come on. There she is. All right, guys. Isn't she pretty? You're the sweetest thing there ever was. You love your pathway. All right. Good night, everybody. We love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing. See y'all at Crossville, Tennessee in 2 weeks.